Before our ancestors rose from the dust, the Earth belonged to nightmares. This is the Cretaceous. This is North Africa. This is a furnace of life and death, ruled by elemental giants. Welcome to the human dawn. The nightmare takes form of Rex, the evolution of a tyrant, driven by instinct and the scent of defenseless prey. The hominid is small, paralyzed, mere moments from extinction beneath the shadows of its teeth. But this delicate, impossible life has an impossible guardian. With a roar that shakes the valley floor, the king arrives, a blur of muscle and black fur, fueled by a singular, possessive rage. The defense is immediate, merciless, a contest of brute strength against primal, reptilian fury. Kong knows the jungle terrain, but the dinosaurs possess weapons evolved over 65 million years of uninterrupted horror. The ambush fails, but the hunt does not. The second titan enters the fray, a synchronized attack honed by generations of pack hunting. The king is surrounded, pinned between two impossible threats. His focus is split survival for himself and protection for the fragile thing he holds. Every blow delivered is also a shield raised. His enormous hands, built for climbing and swinging, now become tools of life and death. The fight takes them to the very edge of the abyss. The fall is chaos, a tangle of massive bodies, gravity, and desperate claws. This canyon is the graveyard of the island's failed life. They land, but the trap is set. The terrain is hostile, offering no purchase, only jagged stone and the promise of a final, fatal drop. Kong must regain control before the predator drags them both into the darkness. Intellect overcomes instinct. Using the ground itself as a weapon, the king ends the first threat. But the exhaustion is visible. The cost of the fight is mounting. There are still two shadows left to face. No reprieve. The remaining titans circle, pressing their advantage. They are patient, relentless killers. The goal is to separate the king from his motivation, to consume the prize he so desperately protects. Chaos reigns. The smallest participant is suddenly thrust into the center of the conflict, swinging over the yawning gorge. The king's emotional commitment is his great weakness and his greatest strength. Desperation gives way to ferocity. With one terrifying act of raw muscle, Kong exerts his dominance, life over the lip, death in the gorge. He breaks the remaining threats, asserting his title as the undisputed king. The roar fades into the silence of the Skull Island jungle. The violence ceases. Only the immense king remains, cradling the tiny fragile being for whom he risked everything. Subscribe to explore more of our evolutionary heritage.